Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Brave Fencer Musashi for the Sony PlayStation 1. In the last video, we made our way into the Frozen Palace, which was Ben and Ed's hideout. Unfortunately, we found somebody named Gingerelle who says they're not here anymore. But of course, that's not going to stop Musashi from looking for them anyway. And we've done a little bit of exploration, and we've gotten the red eye. And we've done some other things as well. And I would like to make sure that my left eye is on Lumina and not anything else. So we need to go through here. And we need to be very careful what we're dealing with. There's a clone. He has an ability, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get it for some time. As for this guy in particular, I want this Ice Flyer's ability to get mint. We've gotten it before, but it'll be really useful here. Once again, it temporarily refreshes us, and because of that, we are able to fend off tiredness a little bit. Anyway, these clone enemies, they can copy your every move. They can even copy the fusion assimilation move. But there's one move that they cannot replicate, and it's Lumina Rotation. If you perform it, it won't perform it. So you can use that to knock it down.
Carrying too many things. Oh, what the?
And we need to use an antidote that I've been saving just in case, so we can get a long tube. Musashi found a long tube. He used the L goggles and appraised the item. The long tube turned out to be a big straw. Get Connors to buy it, so it's useless. You can use it to drink beverages. Oh, and apparently I can use the Red Eyes item description after all. A queer red ball that you found at the Frozen Palace. Nobody ever uses the word queer as a synonym for peculiar or unusual anymore. And if you assimilate this big guy, you get Hurl. Press the circle button to use a splendid throwing technique. Consumes 8 BP. So what you can do, don't touch those spikes by the way, grab an enemy, press circle, and you'll hurl them towards the screen, Turtles in Time style. Anyway, I need to go back in and out because we actually needed that big guy for something. As a matter of fact, during the practice run, I forgot you had to do this. So we need this big guy to follow us over here, and he'll carry us to this platform, which we won't fall down from. And now, we are in a maze. And everything is really zoomed in here. Wow, I didn't know you could do that. Everything's really zoomed in here, so you really want to be careful where you're going. Especially with all the enemies that are about. Whoa. Now, if you see a shadow on the floor, like a big one, this guy will show up. You actually want to assimilate this guy, because he will give you Steel. Press the circle button to become Metal Man and destroy special thorns. Consumes 24 BP. We won't need it yet, I think. Well, we'll need it soon. Also, don't go in these corners because the finding werewolf over there will kick you from behind the wall, and that's no good. And apparently we're going to need it now because these thorns, or rather these spikes, you'll get hurt if you touch them without using steel first. So activate steel, and you can run straight through them. No trick to it at all. And there's not much to this room, just these two doors, which leads to a bencho field. Butchered chops. Cold. It's freezing. Have I been saved? I want to chop some meat. The glistening red surface of freshly sliced meat. Can't you just picture it? Oh. And our BP is now up to 345. So, let's go back after I get a drink of tea. And be prepared to use steel again. Just to get back to the maze. Now we need to explore the maze even further. If we want to explore the maze even further, if we want to find everything around here. Alright, and we need to be careful here because there's a guy. And I want to make sure that I take him down so that way can get him out of the way. There's 500 drums there. There's another shadow there of a crushing steel enemy waiting around the corner, waiting to crush us. And this bencho field contains Alchemist Leanman. Sir Musashi, you liberated me from my imprisonment. Therefore, I may finally return to the palace. I'm experiencing some deeply moving emotions. And our BP is now at 350. All right, we need to be very careful where we're going. Make sure you get in the corner there, though you don't get smushed. And I believe this is where you want to go, ultimately. So for this particular room, you want to keep using Lumina rotation on all of the clones. And we did it wrong because I thought he was dead. May the unhurt have victory. So we're going to need to go back in here after leaving. And this time, keep walking slowly to assure that everyone is dead. There's 4 clones in here. You need to take them all out without getting hit once in any way. In order to ensure that you get through this. And I would like to grab that, just to be safe. Now, the clone's got to be around here somewhere. There we go. It helps a lot more if you can hit them with a critical hit, because they'll go down in a critical hit at this point. But for defeating all of these guys, well, I need to get rid of an item first, apparently. We get the blue eye. It's radiating mysticism. And It's the same description as the red eye, except it just says that the ball is blue. So we need to go all the way back through the maze. Why did I do that? And we need to fight the enemies around here if we want to survive. Let's go ahead and get that $500 too. That'll help. Or drums. Come on. Alright, we're almost there. We just need to go in this direction. Just take care of this guy. Go ahead and get a little bit of our health back. And we should hopefully be good. We're done with this maze. So we just need to go back. And you do not want to get hit by that flyer's projectiles, because it will hurt. You will get frozen if that happens. And let's go ahead and get mint again, just cause. If you walk into these spikes, you'll get sent, knocked back, and teleported, just like with all the other types of spikes in the game. Which can be a little frustrating. And I thought I could get away with that, but sadly I could not. And let's see if I can reassimilate mint again, so that way I can keep it going for longer. I'm gonna get the clone's ability eventually. And I think he wasn't facing the right direction. Therefore I wasn't gonna get it. But now we can go in here and get the blue eye door open. Just need to take care of these penguins. Might as well take care of him too. And make sure I get what he leaves behind.
Use blue eye? Give it a try.
Musashi placed the blue eye on the painting. And we are now able to enter this room. And here we will find Janitor Sloppy Joe. Those slobs. I cleaned the washroom just 10 minutes ago. What? This isn't a washroom. Sorry for yelling, but I can't stand it when people make a mess of the toilets. They call me the spirited toilet bowl cleaner Sloppy Joe. Later. And our BP is now at 355. So we need to double jump our way up to here. Keep double jumping so that way we don't get knocked back in any way. I'm going to assimilate mint again. Bring the tiredness down even further, because this place can be a bit of a trek. And I'm going to absorb him. He's facing away from me. We're going to need this. Musashi assimilated clone. Press the circle button to make a clone. Press again to make it explode and engulf enemies. Consume 16 BP. So what it does is you press circle. A little decoy pops up, and if you press circle again, it blows up. Now, thankfully, if you're fast, you don't need decoy to get through here. Just making sure I line myself up with the door. And up here is... Wait a minute, I forgot to... clear items out. Why is it not giving me the message when I find the red shoes? Because it's the legendary shoes! That's why. You can now walk on ice without slipping. So those stairs over there to the right, if we even so much as double jumped onto them, we would have just slid all the way back down. And there's also a room to the far right where we couldn't have made much progress either. But now, there's something here that we can do. I just need to be able to double jump back here. And hey! Let's go ahead and leave our memories here. And then take advantage of the free antidote. So apparently if you get poison, you can just... you know... fight off enemies until you do get an antidote leaf. But, well, I wouldn't exactly count on that because, well, it's random. So we can't go through here. We can't go through here. We can only go so far up the slope. Or rather, up the pole. And that was also true of the slope, but we still can actually get onto the slope now that we have the legendary shoes. You still slide around when you stop, though. Now we need to use an item. What do we got? We found a red cloth. And it turned out to be E-undies. Get Connors to buy it. Well, that's just swell. Ed's undies. Well, they were here. I don't know why he would put his underwear in a treasure chest. To be fair, this is Ed we're talking about. Ed's not very bright. And now we have another maze. This is another place where you can get clone, and I'm going to get it right now. Because I'm really going to need it. Also, there is a bencho field here. You can tell by the bencho radar kicking in the lower corners. Once again, watch out for shadows because there will be the swamp-style enemies around here. You want to watch out for them. And there's a certain spot you want to get to. And we've just approached it. Let's go ahead and get the health because we need it. And from here we can double jump onto that platform and then onto the top of the maze. Now if you go over here... yeah, there's another useless item here. We might as well get it. We found a white cloth. B-undies. Get Connors to buy it. Ben's undies. Why is he putting his stuff in a chest? That makes even less sense. And I just fell down here. Well, I might as well just go ahead and get the 500 drams. Or better yet, I might as well just get back to that corner there and then get back to the Bencho field, because we just found it up there and we have to go through here a little bit just to get to it. Okay, there's the chest. There's the Bencho field. Musician Al Forte. Hee hee! I've been saved! Now I can play my drums and make florid and enchanting music for all people to hear. Farewell! And our BP is now at 360. There's 500 drums there, but I don't want to pick it up. Or do I? I guess I could. This is where we need to go anyway. Not sure if you can get clone here. Maybe if you left and come back you could. But we're going to need clone to do this. He's gone instantly. And for that, we're finally able to get the green eye. If you read the sign, may the clone have victory. So you need clone, and you need to use it to get rid of the big guy in order to get the green eye, which I'll go ahead and get once we use a piece of cheese. And once again, it's radiating mysticism, and it's a unusual looking ball. Now, thankfully, okay, you can leave and come back to get clone if you need it. Not like I'm gonna need it. But it's there in case you leave the room and want to get it. Alright. There is an area near here that we need to get to. It's definitely on this side. And I need to find it. However, I think I will have a much better shot at finding it if I go back to that corner. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to find it. Alright, let's get to this corner again. And let's approach this place in case the clone shows up. Nice. Now, we need to pay attention to where we are going around here. This is where we need to be, where this block of ice is. Press square, and you can use the green eye.
Use green eye? Give it a try.
Musashi placed a green eye on the painting. And this, interestingly, takes you back over here. Let's go ahead and get mint again. We're going to need it. And we might as well go ahead and do some more fighting here. just so we can get some more experience. How are we looking? Still need to get Mind and Fusion over to max level. Body and Lumina are pretty much on the way there. But now, we're back in this little area. And I thought I could hit them. Oh, now he's gone. So this will take us back to the entry room. This will take us back to the foyer. And I can go ahead and use the memory box here for just in case. Now that we have the legendary shoes, we can go all the way up here.
Whoa! Hard as a rock. Must be a way to open it somehow.
Well, first, it's encased in ice, so you want to go ahead and use the fire scroll. Just use in front of the door. That'll... Just touching it while you're near it using the fire scroll will melt the door. And then...
3 cavities. Maybe if I insert the red eye, blue eye, and green eye... whatever.
Musashi inserted the red eye, blue eye, and green eye without much passion. And with that, we have opened this door. There's a dragon painting nearby, and there are also 3 dragons on the door. Very interesting. How's our tiredness? Might as well go ahead and bring it back down to 20 before we go in there. So there's definitely going to be something behind that door. Will we find Ben and Ed? Join me next time where we head towards that door and find out. I also want to make sure that I'm level 20 before I go in there and handle anything that I need to handle. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of experience farming before I go through there. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!